Hey friends and family, welcome to Marcie Creates, or as I may want to call this, Marcie Destroys. For those of you who are new, if this is my first video you're watching, you might want to just hit pause and watch another one. For those of you who've been with me a while, just fasten your seatbelts a moment. So, I'm coming to you at 3 in the morning on Tuesday. And as you know, if you've been following along, we are doing a jewelry marathon. So to say, I'm trying to get this out without laughing. To say that I hit a snag would be an understatement. So this chaos you see before you was a very neatly arranged tray of projects, and we were making corresponding earrings. I've just now uploaded that video. Please watch that one if you haven't. But the marathon has to be delayed a little bit. So last night, after I did my video, I got the bright idea of loading everything up on a tray, and I was going to go eat me some dinner. I had chili on the stove, and it's freezing rain here, and I thought I'm just going to pop myself in front of the TV and bang out these earrings. Well, these were happy thoughts. The next thing I know, I'm looking at the ceiling. And I'm thinking to myself, how did I get here? And then I realized I've fallen. Yes. I fell, and everything I had worked on, organized, planned on doing, became the Mount Vesuvius of beads you see before you. Which, by the way, flew all over the room and on top of me in spectacular fashion. So, luckily my bead room / office is right next door to my mother's room. And I very calmly said, "Mom," and I didn't hear anything. And I said a little louder, but I didn't want her to panic. "Mom." And then I hear, "Oh, yes." And I said, "I think I need some help." Oh, you guys. I look at the doorway and there she is. And her mouth is just on the floor. And she's like, "What did you do?" I said, "I don't know. And I also don't know if I'm hurt." So, I mean, she is scraping beads off of me. We found this little shoebox tub. And literally, I'm laying on my side, and I'm using my little triangles to scoop the beads up. There are seed beads. I mean, it's a beadaster. It's not a disaster. It's a beadaster. Anyway, I am not hurt, okay? But maybe just my pride a little. But as we've all seen in sports, and I'm going to continue with the marathon metaphor, things happen. My poor dogs, I thank God they weren't in the room. They actually probably, I think they took off, I don't know when, because I landed on their beds, which is probably why I'm not more injured, because I have 2 doggy beds in here, because my floors are wood. So I thank God, A, I didn't hurt them, I didn't land on them, and B, I'm glad I'm not hurt. None of the jewelry got destroyed, thank God, that I made, because I was worried about all this glass. After the fact, of course. I was trying to make sure I wasn't injured first. But needless to say, the earring portion of the evening did not occur. And I guess when you have something happen like that, you got to take a moment, which I did, and fell asleep and didn't even upload the second video until like 30 minutes ago. So now I'm wide awake, and we will continue with the earrings. If you'll hang in there with me, then I will hang in there with you, and it's just going to be delayed by a day. I'm hoping to dig through some of this at lunchtime tomorrow, or today. I keep forgetting it's today. And I'm probably going to need a gallon of coffee in the morning. And then hopefully I can bang out some more earrings. And I will just keep you apprised of my progress. I don't know that you'll see much finished jewelry other than a few more earrings. I did make the pairs that we made in the last video. I am going to still count this as day 3. But, you know, I told you before, I'm a tortoise, not a hare. Slow and steady wins the race. And I hit a little pothole, as they say. I kind of felt like that guy. I don't know if you all remember the beginning of the Olympics. And this is probably going to age me, but there was this whole thing about the glory of winning and the agony of defeat. And the guy is coming down this mountain on skis, and he also wipes out in spectacular fashion, just as the guy saying, "and the agony of defeat." And that's all I can think about when I think about this. I did worry about the dogs, and I said, and Mom said, "Are the dogs in here?" And I said, "No." I think they took off, and she looked at the couch, and they were both very concerned on the couch. First, they were concerned they did it, so Mom said, "No, you're okay." And then the tails wagged. "Okay, is Mama okay?" "Yeah, Mama's okay." So everybody was happy, because Ginger was kind of looking at Mom like, she kind of uses those words that when we do stuff in the house we shouldn't do. A few unladylike words did utter out of my lips, as you can imagine. But what can you do, you know? So, this is my challenge. I mean, look at this, you guys. Oh my gosh. They were everywhere. Yikes. Anyway, marathon day number 3. I'm not letting this deter me. So stay tuned. Thank you for listening to this crazy story. If I make anything today, it will be probably later, which means I will be uploading later. But just look for day 3. I'm going to tack on the end of this video, whatever it is I do make, so that you can see it, because we need to continue. And this just might be, I don't know, we may have to glue 2 marathons together. Who knows? But I'm not giving up. I'm determined now more than ever. So, if any of you want to hop on a plane and help me organize any of these, let me know. I'd love to have you. We have chili. Thank you so much, and to be continued. Well, everybody, it's 5:30 in the morning, for 5, I should say. And I'm making myself coffee. Why don't those come in gallon sizes? We keep this lit up all year long. It's about 25 degrees this morning, but we're pretty toasty in the house. So that's where we're staying. Say good morning, Ginger. Tell everybody good morning. Where's Cha-Cha? Oh, there's Cha-Cha. She's sleeping. It's very early. Oh, what a big yawn. All right, I'll leave you alone. Mama's gonna go sort some beads. Well, we made it. We made it to an earring portion of our evening instead of drama and chaos. I want you all to understand that my mom is awesome. While I was working today, she organized every bead that fell, enabling me to be able to put this stuff together for night 2 of earrings, night 3 of our marathon. And I'm sore from the fall, but I'm okay. So I think we've got everything under control. It has delayed the marathon a little, but I told you I'm not to be deterred. We're taking a detour, but we're not going to be deterred. You got that? Anyway, I've picked out beads to do earrings. Again, I will just do one side of the earring tonight. And I've picked these 3 necklaces to do the matching earrings with, or the coordinating earrings, I should say. And thanks to Mom, I was able to pull lots of items to choose from. So we're going to start with this really pretty heart pendant and the copper and the blue. And pardon the dog hair, or as I like to call it, cha-cha glitter. I think this is one of the things that, I think this was the tray I was carrying that that fell. And of course the felt is picking up every doggy hair that's ever been in my house. So anywho, I am glad to be back in business. So we're going to play around with this necklace and these colors for our first pair of earrings. I'm just going to dump this out here. And I found these really adorable copper hearts. They came from one of the Sam's bead boxes, his quilting. I think it was a month or 2 ago, we got that one. I don't think I did an unboxing, but I thought those were super cute for some earrings. And even though I don't have hearts in the necklace, it still picks up that copper that we have going on in there. I also had these really pretty ornate beads that I thought I might pick up some of the ornateness of these. Oh, and while we're looking at this necklace, yes, I'm going to have to restring this. Full disclosure, I'm missing a bead here. Yep. And then, if you look closely, look what happened with the bead cap. It's off kilter. So, that will be restrung. But I will do that off camera. So, things like that happen. Just FYI. Alright, and then we have these little kind of satiny pearl beads, some little miracle beads, some more copper beads, this little pretty watery blue, and then some of the beads that I used, these were in the necklace, and so were these gold and black, and then we've got some copper, really pretty copper bead caps. I just didn't know, of course, again, what I was going to use, so I just pulled things that coordinated, and we will just do a nice little stacked earring. Since this is a marathon, we're trying to be efficient about our time, but also we want to make something cute. Didn't know if I was going to use the seed beads either, and I've got some little daisy spacers here. So, and really, you could do more than one pair. You know, if you got on a roll with this, or you're doing this on your own, and you want to make 3-4 pairs, I mean, you don't have to limit yourself to one, of course. I am, just for the time's sake of the video, and also so that we can keep going with our projects. So, now that I have all this stuff organized, I'm going to go ahead and decide how I want to do this. Now, like yesterday, I enjoyed making like a stack and then doing a kind of a hinged bead and then hanging that off an ear wire. So I think I'm going to do the same thing today. And so I've got some, my mom, look how neat she is. Look at that. That is not me. I did not do that. She's amazing. I think I'll hire her. Anyway, yeah, she was really sweet. She's like, "Can I help?" I said, "Yeah, I need help." And you know what? There's nothing wrong in asking for help. We all need it. And I sure needed it with what was going on. And but you survived the beginning portion of this video of the catastrophe, the early morning, the coffee, the dogs. So you really went on a journey with me. Aren't you lucky? But thank you so much for all the nice comments. I'm glad you're enjoying this. This is fun too for me, even though we had a little bit of a situation yesterday. But we're done talking about that. So I think I really do want to use these ornate beads. I just think they're so pretty. I'm gonna just push these guys over. And these rondelles, I love those, and they pick up what's in there. Definitely want to use the hearts. And maybe these little miracle bead dudes. Where do we want those? Maybe on the bottom. That would be pretty. Couple of daisy spacers maybe. And then I do want to use the pearls too. But if we're going to do the pearls, because then we can use the ear wires. I mean the, my brain's not working. The, what are those called again? They hug your beads. Bead caps. Alex, I'll take bead caps for 1,000. Okay. We should do something dark, though. You know, as much as I like these, they may have to go to a different earring because I think I'm liking this contrast, and I think we'll take the miracle beads. They're too big. We'll just do a little pop of color on the bottom with our seed beads. Let's do a dark bead, and then this we'll just stack I think I like that. Oh, maybe we'll put these on the top. Do we like that? Again, you're not going to be able to use every bead that you used in your necklace. That's why you might want to make 2 or 3 pairs. Because I certainly want to use these. And I love these little kidney-shaped guys. Those would be cool with that. I may do that off camera. You may see more earrings than just 1 pair in my reveal. And I love these copper hearts are super cute. All right. So let's see what this looks like. I'm just going to stack, of course, one side. You know, I did pull these little hishis out for a reason. I wanted just a little sandwich of color. Well, come on. There we go. See how that just has a tiny hint of our blue? And then we'll put our bead cap. I really like these pearl beads. They're pretty. Cute little stack. And we will make a wire wrapped loop. Those of you who are just tuning in or you haven't watched these in order, this is day 3 of a jewelry making marathon. And 10 necklaces, 10 earrings, 10 bracelets, and then we're going to load them on my Etsy shop later on in the week. We're a little behind schedule because, well, we know if you watch the beginning of this video, you know why. So, these things happen. But I am sore. I can feel it. I knew it would take about a day to, you know, that kind of thing. I think your body's initially in shock. All right. So now we're going to do our little connector, and I'm just gonna take some 20 gauge wire here. And do simple loops. Well, let me get rid of that pointy. Make sure your cuts are flush when you're doing this. So I'm basically, with the basic loop, making a P. Like that. And then we're going to come in to the end of that, right where it touches. And I'm using these little Xyron because they're tiny. And you're just going to, what they call, break the neck. And now you have like a little shepherd's crook looking loop. And now we're going to attach this. Make sure that's not going anywhere. We'll add our copper and blue is very pretty. I really do like the combination. And this is what I like about using a focal. I'm not sure, even with all the color theory that I know and play with, that I would pick copper to go with that blue and that black. But because that was already in the piece, you know, that kind of sent me in a direction. So when you're out shopping and looking for focals, be thinking about that, because that does help kind of get you in the design, you know, what colorway you want to use. You can always expound from there too. So now I'm just gonna make my other loop for our earring wire. And again, I'm not making these complicated. This is a marathon, so, you know, or a blitz or whatever you want to call it. I say more like a marathon. Isn't that cute? I like it. Let me get near wire. But this way, you know, you've got, you know, coordinating pairs for, like, if you do at shop, or let's say you're going to do like a craft show, or even if you, like when I started word of mouth around my office, when I worked in an office, everybody's like, you know, at Christmas time, are you going to be making jewelry? Or are you going to be bringing it up here? Because I would have sales guys, you know, buy for their wives, and other gals and guys buying for their family. And so if you have sets, that's always nice. So here is our coordinating. Isn't that cute? I am gonna use these. You will see those again. But that's very cute to go with this necklace right here. I'll hold it up to the camera so you can get a better look. But I am gonna restring that necklace since I saw those little details. And that's something that happens sometimes after you make something. You'll be looking at it and you'll think, because I was looking at this and I was thinking, why is that crooked? And then I realized this is so lacy, I actually strung right through the lacy end. It happens, but it is easily fixable. So, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but if you can, I think you get these scoops on Amazon. These are so helpful for cleanup. And last night when we had our little tragedy, we were using these too. But when you're done making a piece and you're ready to move on to something, look how fast you can clean up. So, helpful hint from Heloise on the rapid cleanup after a catastrophe. All right, so I'll make the other one off camera. And I do like that a whole lot. I really do like that color combination. And so let's go to our next set. Let's play with this one. Love this one. Really pretty. And I did pull beads for that. I do have a glass of wine next to me. I think I deserve it. I'm going to take a little sip. Just give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So let's dump these out. So right away, I found these. So I definitely want to use the hearts. Again, I may make more than one pair. I also grabbed these sparkly beads that were in the necklace, which I thought would be really cute. And I love this little pop of white because it picks up the pearls. And then we have gold and brass. So we're going to do some brass bead caps. Oh, and look at these. See, this is another reason why I want to make another. They have this gold splattering on them. Kind of these oblong beads. Those are cool. Let's see. Let's do some fluted those little guys, and we'll do some. Let's see. Do we want to do a spacer bead there? And then maybe thinking about stacks again. Just do a little black bead on the bottom. And these fluted guys on the top. I don't want to make it super complicated, but I do like these. Well, let's string it and see. String it. Now let's put it together and see. Can change our mind once I'll do the first stack and then I'll take a look at it and see if I like it. And actually, maybe we should pick up, I'm thinking about this space that you have like right in the heart. That's gonna just lay on top of it. Maybe I don't mind that. Let me look. Do I mind that? That's gonna bug me. You can almost tell right away when you like or don't like something. It's kind of funny. I do like that, however. So, what do we think of that? That spacer's not the right shape. I like the pop of gold, though. So maybe I have some gold things that I was going to use with the other. I'm just going to check out some of this gold here. I see something I like. Let's do a little pop of the gold with those round. And we'll save these for the next. I wanted to pick up some of the gold in this, but that saucer wasn't the right shape. So I like that. And maybe, do we need the red if we're going to do red? I think I like that extra little bit of red. All right, we'll wire wrap this, and then the other stack will be the corresponding little stuff up there. But I thought these black hearts were really cute. I ran across them after I had my catastrophe last night. I thought, well, at least I found some other interesting pieces to use in my marathon. But my body would not let me sleep. It was like humming after, I don't know if it was adrenaline. Must have been adrenaline. I don't really know, but I couldn't sleep really good. I wasn't in pain or anything. I think my body was expecting another something. I don't know what. All right, let me put this stuff in here for later. And now we'll concentrate on, grab another. So the earrings go pretty quick, you know. I would have liked to have banged more out last night. So just keep that in mind. And of course, if you have a weekend or something where you can do this, you'll be able to take breaks and get more done. I am trying to sandwich this while working day job. So, you know, it's not a continuous time that I'm working, although Sunday was. But the necklaces take the longest, so that's why I did those first, because I knew Sunday was going to be a good day for that. So again, I'm making a little P. I'm just doing a simple loop. I'm not doing a wrapped loop. We'll break the neck. Let's open him up. All right. I do like these. I don't think we need this one. I think we're just going to go with. That's adorable. All right, so now we're going to bend this because we're going to do another simple loop. Very cute. And I'm gonna have to dig out some gold ear wires. I think I may be out. Oh dear. Let me see. That one's not as organized as the other one I have, but I think I'm running low on gold. I tend to use that a lot. That's all right. We'll use some antique brass because we've got antique brass in the earrings. So that'll work. You put him in there for later. I kind of think of the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, looking at this set. I guess it has that kind of feel, doesn't it? All right, so where's my scooper? Let me move this over. I do think I'll probably make another pair because I like some of these beads that we didn't use. But here is earring number 2 to go with our really pretty, I'm going to call it the Queen of Hearts Alice in Wonderland Valentine necklace. You have a new name. So let's move on to our last one. Let me give you one last little look here. Let me hold this up. It's kind of dark in here. I don't really know what's going on with my lighting. I hope you can see that well. All right. Let me hold it up. Maybe that's better. So you can get a nice, there's a lot of really nice detail in this pendant, by the way. I think I bought that at Michael's years ago, or maybe Hobby Lobby. I don't know which one. But I like the way that that all turned out. So now, let's go to our next and final earring of the evening, which we're going to, I love this. This is very dramatic. I really like it. So with this one, I had to use crystal, of course. And here are some bead caps. Let's see, I know I have another one in here. Or did I drop it? Nope, there it is. And then I found these barrel beads that pick up that blue. And I love these. There's not really anything like that in the necklace, but I love them. So we're gonna use them. And we're gonna use some sparkly rondelles and a little daisy spacer. Do I want to use it this way? I think I like it that way. Let's do that. We're going to do a little daisy spacer in between. And do I have another little daisy? Might have to do a bigger one. Actually, that may show up better. Then we have these other little pretty. This one, sometimes they come together really fast if you like something. Oh, wait a minute. I want to use that too. Oh, and I want to use this. Wait a minute. Not so fast, Marcie Hall. All right. Plan B. I've used these in the necklace, and I like that little pop of orange with the blue. You know, there you go with the complementary colors. And the brown looks nice. It's very unusual. So let me think about the stack here. So maybe we want to do, maybe we'll do a little pop of orange on the bottom. And then let me start stacking this so I can see. I don't know where I got these bicones, but they're super cute. They're they're not all orange. They're different colored oranges put together. I don't know if you can see that, but I really love that look. That's really pretty. Let's add a looking fancy. Ooh, that's pretty. And then, we can do a neat little stack. I might do two joints with this. We'll see. So it'll have even more movement. Each one we've been doing just one connection. We're going to do two, I think, on this one. So I'm going to wire wrap this. I'm loving that blue and the orange. I'm very attracted to that particular complementary color combination. I think because I love blue, like if you're anything like me, you notice you tend to buy the same color beads over and over again, and I have a lot of blue beads. I tend to like blues and greens, and purples. I like the cooler side of the color wheel. I tend to like that for, I've had blue bedrooms, you know, I just find the blue to be very restful. But with that pop of orange, it just gives it a whole nother feeling. So you could just make an earring like that. And I think that's very pretty. But I want some movement. So I'm going to go ahead and cut myself some wire here. We're probably going to need to do, let me get rid of this sharp end. And again, we're going to go in with our round nose and make a P. Somebody said they do this with their fingernail, but my fingernails are really brittle this winter. They've been just cracking, and I'm trying to give them a break from, you know, nail polish and stuff, because I thought that was what was causing it, but it may just be, maybe I just need to moisturize. If anyone knows what to do about that, they're worse for wear. They keep breaking, and it's making me a little nuts, to be frank. I'm not a vain person, but it's just, you know, on camera, you don't want your hands to look bad. Even though we were paying attention to beads and not my hands. This is not a manicure video. So, you know what this kind of looks like? A lantern. I really love that. And this is kind of a Montana blue. Is it a Montana blue? I think that's what they call it. It's a really pretty color. All right, so now we're going to take our round gold bead, another little, the smaller of the pretty rondelles, this gorgeous blue that's in the necklace. Couldn't find any more of these, so I grabbed something in the same color but a different shape, which actually looks kind of interesting. And I think maybe I have a thought. Let's see if it works. That's interesting. All right, let's give that a try. That little piece on the top that I'm going to put looks very architectural, this piece. I really like that. I don't remember where I got those. I've got to be better about writing that stuff down, because when I like stuff and I want to reorder it, I don't remember where I got it. Not good. But I'm an artist, not a record keeper. I'm sure some of you can relate. I was going to ask if any of you know of any inventory software out there for jewelry. I had something years ago, and they went out of business. Bummer. So now I think I'm going to, we can do it this way, or how does it look this way? Actually, I think I like it this way. So we're going to do another loop. Or maybe I'll just, you know what, I'm going to take a head pin and cut this little guy off. Like I said, you can get as elaborate with these as you want. Right? Designer's choice, it's up to you. I think somebody messaged me, you do you. And she's right, and I've said it before. Got to take my own advice. All right. Wow, those are pretty. Maybe I want to do one more orange. Like bookends. I like it. Okay. A lot of you commented you're enjoying this. I'm glad. This is fun. It's fun to just pile a bunch of beads on and just make a bunch of stuff. Okay, so we need ear wires for that. And that colorway is really dramatic, so I think it's kind of cool to have a dramatic earring. All right. Check those out. Aren't those fun? I love it. So, let's put these, I'm just going to gently hold this up. Yay! So we made 3 pair last night, 3 pair tonight. Obviously, I didn't make any after my spill yesterday. But lunchtime tomorrow, let's see, I've got 6. I could bang out 3 more at lunch and maybe another pair before we do the filming of the not the earrings. We're going to do bracelets starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday the 1st. I can't believe it. And then if I don't finish the bracelets, I'm going to give myself a little time since I'm having day job kind of take precedence. Definitely finish up bracelets Thursday, and then Friday I think we can start loading stuff onto Etsy. I will talk about like the pricing that I do, kind of how I do that, and all that kind of good stuff. And I mean, believe me, I'm not using any kind of special formula or anything. I'll talk to you more about it. And that's really up to you too. So we'll get more into that at a later date. But I do want, more importantly, you to see, kind of what it's involved as far as loading stuff onto Etsy, because there is a little bit of a process. It's not difficult. But it is very, very detailed. So, yay. And again, and we're going to do connectors too for the necklaces that I haven't done connectors for. I am needing to purchase some chain. So that's why I've kind of delayed on that. And we've been having ice storms, freezing rain. So I think the schools were canceled today. So obviously I didn't get out to get any kind of chain or anything. Just stayed home and tried to stay out of people's way, since there's no point in driving on ice because all you do is get into an accident. And I already had enough fun last night falling in my own house. So I was not going to tempt fate, needless to say. So thanks so much for joining me tonight. Thanks for the lovely comments. You guys are just the best. I have the best viewers. I appreciate you so much. If you've not subscribed, I would love to have you. Join the Facebook group, Marcie Creates, over on Facebook. And stay tuned tomorrow night for a reveal of more earrings, the rest of the earrings, and we will start working on some bracelets. So everybody take care of themselves. Be safe. Stay warm if you're somewhere cold. Stay cool if you're somewhere warm. And I will see you tomorrow night for day 4.